Hey guys, it's Ed again. We got some parts in the mail, so let's see what we got. You guys see that? Basically, we've got a clutch and a brake handle for the 78 XR75. We've got a set of rings for the twin cylinder here. Hopefully these go on here. We've got condenser, set of points, so we'll be able maybe to get spark, which would be nice. And we also got kind of a new old stock, half open. The bag came this way. I didn't cut it, so it was a little sketchy, but I got a good deal on this, and you can tell it's kind of new old stock. It's been around a while, but it's got, the big thing in it was it's got a head gasket. So here's the head gasket. Here's this, and this all looks pretty copacetic. Looks like that'll work. And what else was neat about this set was, even though it's been, looks like it's been kind of opened, but it has the base gasket. So somewhere here, here's the base gasket, and let's see if that looks good. And that looks nice. So we got a new base gasket, new head gasket that fits. Here's the, oh, sorry about that guys, I bounced into you. Here's the head of the motor here. There's the gasket for that. And so we also get some side cover gaskets and some other gaskets. I have no idea what they go to, but eventually I'll probably figure that out. A couple more. I think I know where that one goes on the other side cover. This one goes to the oil pump side, I think. And then there's a bunch of O-rings and the rectangular one that goes in here. So that's where that one goes. And I was worried about that one because it looked kind of hard, and I mean it's kind of brittle. It'd probably work, but so anyway, we got a new one of those. So pretty cool. I think what we're going to do is let me get this head out of here. I think we're going to try seeing if we can get these rings to fit these pistons. Supposedly these are standard rings. Hopefully they are. And we'll get the pistons back in the bore just as a temporary, just to make sure that the end gap and all that other good stuff is decent. Like I said, I'm not building a race motorcycle here. It's just got to get her running. So we've got, okay, they were stuck together. 2 oil rings, 2 shinier rings, and then 2 that aren't. So I would assume that we need to look at these and figure out which one goes where. One of them may have a slight taper to it, maybe. Not sure. This one here has definitely got a I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not. It's got like a shiny edge on it. So I'm not sure. I'm not feeling anything, but I'm not sure which ring that is. The one with the, it looks like it's got, actually, it looks like it's like coated. It's got like a coating on it. So we may have to do a little research before we get too involved in this. But you definitely can tell the difference in the rings. I mean, I won't be able to get them. Actually, one ring almost looks a little thicker, but it could be just an illusion. You guys see it? This one's gray and that one's black. So let's drop these down in here and see what we got. Well, the end gap looks really tight just by eyeballing it. Let's get a feeler gauge in there and see what we got. But anybody dare to guess? I'm gonna say, what's this one? That one's 14 thousandths. Tighter than that. So let's go down a little bit. There's 10. 10's pretty close. Actually, let's try 12. Get 12 thousandths. And then we'll have to do some. Did I bring my book down? I actually have a book. That looks like an 11 right there. It's stuck together. These feeler gauges have been around a long time. It's 11 right there. Let's try 11 thousandths. That feels better. Actually, that feels real good. I'd say 11, 12 thousandths, somewhere in there. Let's just see if I got a 12 thousandths here. I should have the next one in line. Can't read it. That's 13. Where did the 12 go? 14, 15, and 11. And they're right next to each other. Look at that. That's kind of weird. Yep. Well, let's try the 13. The 14 was too big. And the 13 is... Actually, the 13 will go in, but she's snug. So I guess 14 thousandths. So it's probably closer to 13 thousandths. Let's go with 13 thousandths on the ring. Let's try it over here in this bore. At least they fit. Of course, I put it away because I'm dumb like that. There's 11. Oh, right there's 12. Right? Yeah, it was like it's stuck. So what did we say that one was? 13? Get it down in the bore. Use the old piston trick here. Kind of get it squared in there. Yep, it goes in there. She's a tight 13. So, but she goes. So that tells us what our end gap is, and we'll check that and see if that's kosher or not. I don't know if it's in the book. Oh, come on. Let's see here. Wrong way. Yeah, this came from download, freebie download, Motorcycle Nut. His channel, I do a lot of searching on his YouTube channel, but he also has a website, which I did not know, and he has posted this book up, but he didn't have, one section of it is missing, the engine section, but I was able to find somebody else who had the engine section. So I was able to get it printed off. And then I also have the parts diagram, or the parts schematic too. So, which is pretty nice. So, let's see here if it has specifications. Just looking, I didn't see it in the, it's going to tell me what the ring gap should be. Seat, footrest. Oh, sorry. Technical data. Dimensions and limits. Page 155. Let's go to page 155. Guess it's this way. Okay, chassis. Cylinder bore. Do they have ring end gap? Piston ring, diameter. Piston ring groove depth. Piston ring groove width. Oil ring groove. Piston minimum clearance to the cylinder. End gap in cylinder wall. Standard is 15 to 35 thousandths. So we're at 13 thousandths. So so I guess we're okay. Actually, that might be in millimeters. 0.14 might be the large size. Yeah, because I think it's in millimeters, and then they put the standard underneath it. So 0.15 millimeter to 0.35 millimeter, or 0.005, which would be 5 thousandths, to 0.14 thousandths. So we're at 13 thousandths, so we're still within spec. And 32 thousandths would be repairing limit. So if that makes any sense to you guys. So it's right there. You probably can't read it. So anyway, let me go do some research on this, and we're going to find out which ring goes on. I just got myself on a Facebook group. Forums are good, but Facebook groups, guys, if you get on where you're doing these, I think they're faster. So, but, yeah, you know, I think people get back to you quicker. So I'll be gone for a little while, but in your world, I'll be only gone for a click. Hey guys, it's Ed again. As you can see, I'm making a little bit of progress here. We have our contraption here to basically work as a guide to guide the cable up over these double pulleys here and then down to the skid. These will go down through a hole. As you can see, I've notched it out back here, and I've notched it out down in there. You guys can see that. I haven't cut the hole in the steps or bolted this down yet, but it can be bolted down on either side. So, and it bolts in the front. So then down below here under the step, I've got a 2x10 out, and I got that screwed through the stringer and this stringer, and then I've got it screwed up to this ledger board in the back. So this winch is not bolted down yet, it still moves. It actually went in there very nicely. You tip it on its side and it rolls right in. So it'll be easy to get out, but there'll be a couple studs or a couple bolts or something, I haven't figured that out yet, down below, which will allow me to bolt this to the 2x10 and then run this cable here up through the hole that goes in the back here, that comes up through here that we haven't put in yet, up through the double pulley, down to the skid, back up, through the double pulley, back down, and then there's a hook in the back. I can touch it with my finger, you'll have to take my word for it, but there's a hole back there for us to hook into on the winch. So that is how it's going to work. I got plenty of enough cord here to go over to my plug, I think. Yeah, we'll be fine there. And we've got the winch control here, so I'll be able to I wish this was maybe a little longer, but it's not. It goes all the way out here to the foot of the stair, so that's not too bad. And then like I said, I got it kind of offset so it's to one side of the stairs, so I can still walk up this side kinda and help guide it if the bike starts getting tippy or something. The skid is over here, leaned up. I think what I'll do is I'm either going to bolt an eyelet here so I can hook, what do I do with it? Here it is. Because if I go with this pulley, which is pretty substantial, and I wanted to go to the middle of this, and this isn't in the middle, but if I bolted it up here, if I put it here, then this would be way up farther. So I think it's going to work out good is to just put a hook down here, an eyelet, maybe a double something. So it's a lot of pull on it, so it can pull, because this is going to have quite a bit of force on it. And then this will get hooked, which will get it closer to center. It's a little past center, which should work okay. And then we're going to take here, probably lose this light, we're going to put a couple notches in this, I think. Just, you can imagine my finger being a little groove and a little groove, about yay far apart. Same thing up here, bing bing. I think I might notch that one all the way out. Just cut a 2 inch by an inch deep notch to help guide the cables. I'm thinking out loud, but I know, Captain Jerk, you're watching this. You're telling me I'm babbling. Ed, you're babbling. Yeah, I am. I'm thinking. Sometimes it hurts. But anyway, that's where I am with that project. I got parts today. Actually, I got them a couple days ago, but I'm running into issues. I got a new set of rings for the twin cylinder here, and the pistons, if you guys remember, were pretty nasty in the grooves. The rings were froze right in there, and I had to break the rings out basically to get them out. I'm trying to figure out what ring goes where. I'll show you guys. One of these rings, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. You guys probably can't see. You guys see that that's got, like, if I hold it, here, let me turn that light on. Maybe that'll help. Ooh, psychedelic. Okay, let's try it this way. That might wash it out too much, though. Yeah, I think it's going to wash it out. But this ring here has a shiny gray surface on it. I mean, you can almost see it there against the black in the light. You can see that there's a I don't know, some kind of coating on the edge of the ring, which is all great and wonderful, but what groove does it go in? I assume it probably goes in the top groove. So I put the oil ring in. That one's easy enough to figure out. And then the other ring is just black, just a plain old black ring. But the problem is and I even mic'd it out here in the cylinder. I put it in the cylinder and got a measurement on it. We're at about 13 thousandths. Stock would be anywhere from 5 thousandths to 15 thousandths. So we're good there. But the problem is these pistons are, you remember they were so grungy inside and dirty, and I've oiled them and tried to clean them up. I can't get the ring, the oil ring's working okay. You can see that tightens up pretty tight. But I can't squeeze this middle ring down small enough to get that gap down to 13 thousandths, which is theoretically where that needs to be. That gap has got to be really, really tight. So, I don't know. I mean, the rings fit good in the cylinders, but the gap is too wide. So if the piston was too big, it wouldn't fit in the cylinder good. So it's got to be crud in the the ring groove. It's the only thing I can think of. So I don't know. I hate to buy a set of pistons, but I may have to. I'll think about that. So that's got me bummed out. What else did I get there? Oh, I got gasket set. So here's gaskets. Just upper top end gasket set. And I got a set of points and condenser someplace. Here's a set of points. And I don't know where the condenser went, but and I got a clutch and a brake handle, because this guy over here needs a brake, and my XR75, my 74, needs a clutch handle. So that's a couple parts for this. I've been working on all kinds of things all at once. I've tried to start stripping on this fender, get some of this crap off. It's still actually, oh, you guys could have caught that. But it's still kind of peeling some of it off. So as it's even sitting here, I wiped off a lot, but it's still chewing on it, which is good. So I tried to take the buffer to this fender. That turned out like crap. I'm going to have to clean. I put too much compound on and tried using compound, and now the compound is, but it comes off. I think I just got to hit it with some lacquer thinner and clean it up, and then I scuffed it a little bit, but we may have to just polish that out a little better with a different polishing wheel, one that isn't caked with crap. So to say the least, today has not been very productive, except for kind of getting that wedged in there and figuring that out a little bit. Nothing else is seeming to work. So some days, you know, guys, you're the Louisville Slugger, and some days you're the ball. So thanks for watching and subscribing and commenting, and we'll talk to you later. Maybe we'll have a better luck day. Bye.